Hey guys, welcome to the video for today. So before we get started, I just ask you before I basically give your opinion on it, just give me a chance, okay? I'm not asking for a lot, I'm just asking for a chance. That's why you're here if you're a new viewer, or if you're a returning viewer and you just haven't subscribed yet. I just ask you just give me a chance, give me a week to prove that I can try and do the best that I can to my ability. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you're gonna do. Let your friends know what's going on here. But anyways, let's get right on to the video.
Bonjour, mes amis, je suis le Leger Canadien. And yeah, we're doing a bonus video because screw it, we got nothing else to do. And just to make up, for no baseball this week. So we know week 18, former week 17, is the biggest week of the football regular season calendar. So I figured, why don't we just talk about some of the storylines heading in to this winner go home weekend? Why not? Just to change up a little bit because it's just something out of the predictions and the week in review bullshit, Just something outside of that. So let's just talk about some of the storylines set for week 18, which at the time I'm recording this begins in about 90 minutes. So we'll first start with Jaguars Titans, week 18. What's the big storyline there? Well, dear viewer, I think it's pretty simple what's on the line. The AFC South title. Now, if you watch Jaguar Gator 9's channel, you know that the Jaguars have a bit of a streak going on for the past few years. In that, the home team has won when the Jaguars are playing every year since 2005. And the Jaguars have been on the losing edge of that a lot. But the Jaguars are home for this Week 18 matchup against the team that the streak started against, the Titans. Jacksonville, they won 6 of their last 8 to get here. They started out 2-6. They won 6 of the last 8. They are now 8-8. Also, a big week for Jacksonville. If they win this here, they win the division. But they're also playing for our dear friend Uche Nwaneri. Rest in peace, man. We miss you and we love you. But the Titans were 7-3 and fell off of a cliff. They are, I believe, at the time of this recording, I'm just getting my phone to see the Titans are 7-9. So this is it right here. Titans win, they're 8-9 and they make it on a tiebreaker. Jaguars win, obviously they take it. I feel like it's gonna be a very interesting matchup. I've already done the predictions of it. If you haven't seen the predictions video on it already, god damn, my cat is trying to open the door. but honestly, that's a game to watch, and I cannot wait to see what comes out of that. The next game on the bulletin, Ravens Bengals tomorrow at 1. That is probably going to be for the AFC North title. We know what happened on Monday Night Football Week 17. I'm not going to mention it other than DeMar Hamlin is still making great progress, thank God. Now, the focus shifts to this game for the Bengals. That means everything, because if they win it, they pretty much get the AFC North title. But if the Ravens win it and the Chargers win it and they get a coin toss their way, then they are the AFC North champs. A lot has to go in the way for the AFC North title. My God, my cat keeps opening the door. But that's just, that's just a big storyline thing right there, and that's all they can do. Next game of a storyline, Bills Pats. Patriots at one point didn't control their own destiny. Now they do. Somehow, because bullshit incarnate comes together. Because that's just how fucking football works. Patriots control their own destiny. They just need a win and they are in. Buffalo, they need to know what happens with the Kansas City game. If Kansas City wins it today, then the game means nothing to them, and it just really just means the Patriots. However, if Kansas City loses against the Raiders, then the Bills, if they win it, might have the number 1 seed. I said might because I'm not exactly sure. But if this happens, and what I'm about to say, if the Bills beat the Patriots, regardless of what happens in the Kansas City game, then all eyes shift for Patriots fans, all eyes shift to the next game, Jets Dolphins. Now, Miami needs to know if New England is going to lose, because if they lose, they need to win. If they win, they take the 7th seed, and the Patriots are out. If Miami loses that game to the Jets, then we have another sequence to jump to. And this sequence, well, it's Steelers football, Steelers and Browns. Because all eyes, both from Patriots land and from Miami, will look at that game. Because if Pittsburgh loses that game, Miami loses and New England loses or wins. If New England loses, Miami loses, and Cleveland beats Pittsburgh, New England still moves on. But if the Patriots and the Dolphins lose and the Steelers win, the Steelers take the number 7 seed. So it's really coming down to the wire. All games mentioned are at 1 o'clock. So they're being played simultaneously, and no one will know what's going on until about probably halftime and after the game. No one knows until the final whistle sounds and everything is set in stone. Does this mean that we're going to see the Steelers in the playoffs? Might not. Does this mean we're going to see the Dolphins in? Might not. Does this mean we might see the Patriots in? Again, might not. But it's just how things work. But again, it all comes down to Sunday football. What other games have implications? Well, there's 3 games that we have another sequence chain to talk about as I reach over for my phone. The first game features obviously the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants. Obviously, the 4:25 game, along with the other 3 games I'm about to mention. So the Eagles need to win, and the number 1 seed and the NFC East title is theirs. So then they have not been able to clinch in recent weeks because, New Orleans has been a pain in the ass last week. Let's be honest here. But they need to beat the Giants this week in order to get everything secure. Other than that, if they don't win it, San Francisco has a chance to get the number 1 seed. They need the Eagles to lose to the Giants, and the 49ers are playing the Cardinals. So that very easily is going to possibly construct a 49ers win. So if that happens and the Eagles lose, San Fran takes number 1. But this is where the third game comes in. If both San Francisco and Philadelphia lose, it comes down to this other game. Cowboys-Commanders. If the Cowboys win this game, they take the NFC East. And if the Eagles lose, they take the number 1 seed. So they got multiple things to play for here. And the number 1 seed is going to come down to that. But then this is where we have the smaller chain, but the final chain of the storyline episode. So the first game doesn't even take place until 4:25. The Rams and Seahawks. Now, why am I mentioning this game first? Because this has some implications on its own. Seattle needs to win, but they also need a little help from their friends in Green Bay. If Seattle wins and Green Bay loses, Seattle becomes the number 7 seed in the NFC. But, again, now we go to the Lions-Packers Sunday night game. This is where the marbles come together. Because if Seattle loses to the Rams, it comes down to Sunday night, Lions Packers in Lambeau Field. So the story here becomes the Lions win after that Seahawks lose, and they're in. If the Packers win it, they're in. So it's either Seahawks win and survive and win until Sunday Night Football, or Seahawks lose outright, they're eliminated, and Sunday night becomes a battle for the number 7 spot. Either it's Detroit or it's the Green Bay Packers. That is one to behold. Seattle loses, that really just makes Sunday night more memorable for Detroit if they win it. But if Seattle wins and Detroit loses, then Sunday night is really just for nothing. But Green Bay is hoping that Seattle loses. Detroit's hoping that Seattle loses. They need everything to go their way. The Green Bay Packers had a rough season, and it could end on a high note if they clinch the playoffs. Or for Detroit, winning multiple games in a row, and I mean a lot of games, to get back to 500 and get themselves into a pretty good playoff spot after last year's disaster of a season. And how much was it a disaster? I mean the fact that they were a shit show. This season here, Detroit made a lot of improvement. But this is the big test tonight for Detroit. Well, tomorrow night for Detroit. But with that, that's all the storylines we have. I mean, the other games just really don't matter other than those. And it's just a bunch of throwaway games just put together just for the sake of it. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that some of these scenarios will actually play out? And if so, how do you have them playing out? Let me know. The comment box is obviously somewhere down there. Top of the description, you'll see the link to my charity drive, Illogical Canadian versus Cancer 2023. So donations will be very much appreciated. So thank you. And that's where the video ends. So if you guys do enjoy, if you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see me next. And if you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Illogical Nation. We'll be more than glad to have you. Well, until next time, je suis l'Illogical Canadien. Bon nuit. And happy week 18, baby. Let's see some football.